Okay, this is William Siebler with SEO Melbourne 1, and I'm making this video for a member of a Facebook group, but I believe that the content in the video, the topic of which is how to find the best keywords to rank your website for in Google, will be quite valuable for anyone who owns a business and wants to get traffic from their website through Google and through SEO, search engine optimization. Um, so there are many different ways to do this, but I use the Google Keyword Planner. It's a free tool, however you do need to have an AdWords account in order to access it. You don't have to be an active AdWords advertiser to access it, you just need to have the account. So I'm going to take you there in a minute, but before I do that and get to the demonstration, what I want to say is that the keyword that you want to rank for in search engines needs to get enough searches so that the effort is worthwhile. However, the keyword also needs to be very relevant, very specific, and you need to be able to outrank the competition. So I often use the example of a plumber. To rank on Google for the term plumber would be very, very difficult because the competition is enormous. The other problem with that keyword is it's not specific. So someone typing in plumber, we don't know what they want. So there's two problems. We don't know what the searcher wants, and the competition to beat is huge. A better term would be emergency plumber and then a city name. Less searches, but they're very specific and relevant, and they're people who are looking for a plumber. So please bear in mind that there's always, with keywords, a trade-off between a specific keyword and search volume. We'll have a look at that now. So I'm just going to flick across to Google. I'm going to go to Google. I'm based in Australia, so I'm going to google.com.au and I'm going to type in keyword planner. And for some reason it doesn't come up in the top results. This is it. Here we go. This top one here, keyword planner. So you're looking for a Google keyword planner. Just got to log in again here. For some reason, I'm not sure why they're making me do that. So while that loads, you come into a screen like this, and what I do is I click search for new keyword and ad group ideas, and then I put in what's called a seed keyword. So I'll pick the example of accountant, fairly general. I'm just going to change this targeting down here. Normally this would be set by default to your country, but I was doing some research on some US terms, so that's why it came up as that. So make sure it says your country, and then click Get Ideas. So what will happen is Google will go and find various keywords, and I ignore the ad group ideas. I click this tab here that says Keyword Ideas. So Google gives me a variety of keywords, and in this case they sort them by relevance by default, what they deem relevance. You can sort them by any of these columns, so you can sort by monthly searches, competition, which is advertising competition in Google, the ad cost in Google, so if you're running Google ads, how much you might expect to pay per click. So you can sort them by anything. But what we then do is we look at all of the keywords and we go, okay, as I said earlier, a term like accountant is not a great term. So we might scroll down here, and let's just say that we're an accountant in Perth. That's the first one that pops up. Okay, so a better keyword to rank for in Google would be accountants Perth. Now that gets about 590 searches a month, so that would be more than enough to justify doing SEO for and bring in potential clients if you were a Perth-based accountant. The other thing that I always look at is this little tiny graph icon here, and what I do is I look to see some degree of consistency in those blue bars. So what can happen with searches is a term might spike for some reason for a very short period of time, but it's not indicative of the regular search volume. So all I look at here is that there is regular searches for the term every month, and then I go, okay, yep. That's a popular keyword, it's a consistently searched keyword, therefore it would be worth optimizing for. So that's the most basic sort of keyword research. Now, the other thing that you need to do, just because you've typed in accountant doesn't mean that Google is going to give you all the suggestions. So you want to type in a variety of keywords. So if you are an accountant in Perth, you might type in accountant Perth and click get ideas to have a look at some other keywords. And you can see here, again, these are all sorted by relevance. So you can see accountant Perth without the S, accountants Perth. And this is really important. This is one of the reasons you do the research. You might decide as a business that you want to rank for accountant Perth, but if you hadn't done this research, you wouldn't know that accountants Perth gets several times the number of searches as accountant Perth. They are different keywords. It is possible that you might rank for both, but that's important to know. So if you're going to put the effort into something, go for the one with the highest searches. It's still very relevant. Another great term down here that gets 480 is tax accountants Perth. Tax accountant Perth. So what we can see here is accountants with the S is a more popular search term than without the S. So there's a variety of terms: accounting firms Perth, chartered accountants Perth, etc. So that is basically how you do your keyword research. The next step is to assess the competitiveness of the keyword in Google. And very shortly I'm going to be putting out a special report on how to do that. So if you would like a copy of that report, you can go across to seomelbourne1.com or you can contact me on any of these numbers. My mobile number, if you're in Australia, is 0414 799 515 rather. You can get me at will@seomelbourne1, that's a numerical 1.com. Or I'm also contactable through Facebook. So I will be putting out a report that shows you exactly how to look at your competition in Google and identify what they are doing to rank so that you know exactly what you need to do to outrank them. In that report, there will also be a special offer whereby I will do a full competition analysis for you, and the cost of that will be somewhere in the range of $100, $110 Australian. So if you'd like one of those, obviously let me know. What you'll get in that report if you decide to take that is a detailed analysis of exactly what your competition are doing, but the things that are particularly strong, that are particularly noticeable about their SEO strategy. Once you know those, then you can apply those same approaches and you can really get a big SEO boost as a result of that. So this is William Siebler from SEO Melbourne 1, thanking you for watching this video on keyword research. So I'm just going to go back now. I'm recording this through Google Hangouts and just stop the video.